everybody, it's Marissa. Thanks for coming back to see me. This is week 96. Here to give an update of how I'm doing on my journey. I am 22 months out of surgery. I had gastric bypass Roux-en-Y surgery on September 13th, 2010. And as of today, I am down over 170 pounds. Making my way towards my goal. Slowly but surely. I've been doing a lot of reflecting lately. Being this far out of surgery, I find things do get a lot harder. I do find myself challenged a lot more mentally. The whole process of losing weight is a real combination of the physical challenge with the mental challenge, but I honestly feel that the mental challenges of losing weight are a lot harder than the physical challenges. That's just my personal opinion based on my personal experience losing weight. So, revelations, I had to step back and take a really good look at myself and what I was doing, my eating habits, how things have changed for me since I've had surgery. I'm no longer in the honeymoon phase. Obviously, I'm so far out, almost 2 years, that I've had to revamp some things. I've had to look at myself in different ways to see how I need to adjust to make this, weight loss tool work to my advantage and to keep working for me. And that's exactly what I did. As some of you know, if you've been watching, I have been doing Weight Watchers online, which has been wonderful for tracking, and I've been following it, but they do give you a lot of leeway. And when you're this far out of surgery, you have for Roux-en-Y, you have the capacity to hold more food. So I've had to face the challenge. Now it's like I'm doing that mental work. How bad do I want this? I want it bad. I want to maintain this lifestyle. I love the life that I've created for myself with the renewed sense of health. And I know now that right now, this is like only 20% of my tool. It's 80% of the mental work. It's all me right now. It's going to be all me from here on out. And I think the tool did what it was supposed to do for this first year out, year and a half out. And I think it kind of just like handed the reins over to me personally and said, okay, now Marissa, now it's your turn to shine. So that's a scary place to be because I've had to do a lot of reevaluating. Going back to what I was saying with the Weight Watchers online, and I was also inputting my food nutrition for a little while on my FitnessPal. Well, I decided to take like a typical week for myself and implement that into my FitnessPal and see what the calories are like. On Weight Watchers, you don't do calories. And the thing is, I had never counted calories my whole time out of surgery. I was counting protein, I always measure everything, portioning, but I never really paid close attention to the calories. And when I went to see my nutritionist a couple months back, she said for me to keep losing, I would have to have about, at the most, 1,200 a day, and if 1,200 calories a day, and if I'm working out, I can bump it up to 1,400 per day. So I implemented my food from Weight Watchers over to my FitnessPal, and I was shocked and horrified to know that I was easily getting over 1,600 calories a day. So, too many carbs, too many refined sugars, too many, just too much that I shouldn't be eating. So I had to stop, just put on the brakes and say, okay, that was then, let's turn the page. I'm not going to dwell on it. I just need to be able to tweak this process and make it better, see what I can do to fix this and move on. So last week I started, and I have been doing 1,200 calories every day, and the scale, I dropped like 4 pounds like in that first week, but that was because I had my system has been acting crazy. My women issues in that, I was at the gynecologist last week. It might be TMI, I'm not gonna get graphic. I was just there for my monthly checkup, and their scale weighed me like 7 pounds heavier than my home scale, so I flipped out. Then when I started counting calories, of course, I reduced the carbs and that, I started losing weight. So I've lost 4 pounds since then. So I'm right on track, and I feel like I'm in a really good place. The first thing I did is I went back to my protein drinks. I was looking at my FitnessPal and implementing the food from Weight Watchers in there, and I was mortified that I was barely getting like 60 grams of protein a day. I was like 55, 56 was an average. I was getting like 75 at the height of my weight loss. So the first thing I did, I went back to my normal breakfast, which was a protein drink. I used the Muscle Milk 100% whey. It's 27 grams of protein per scoop. I do 10 ounces of milk with that. That's 10 more ounces of protein. So right there, that's 37 grams of protein to start my day. I've noticed since I've gone back to the protein in the morning, I'm not as hungry. It keeps me full. Along with the protein, I have a banana. The banana does have a lot of carbs, but it's a fruit. I enjoy bananas. I'm gonna keep eating my banana. It's good for your potassium. I feel like it hasn't been hindering me because I've given up all the junk. And other than that, I've just been watching the carbs, making sure that I'm doing the protein first. That was just something I got away from. You know, I don't know where I lost my footing there and where I lost my scope on what was the key that made this work. And I think I just got a little too careless. But I'm grateful that I didn't have some like major backslide, but I feel like I'm in a good place to move forward. This is all a process, and I've been watching so many videos lately, and hello to everybody. I think you guys are so great. I've been watching so many videos, and I have to thank this YouTube community because really you guys have pulled me out of a dark spot. I was really feeling kind of bewildered, like just kind of like, oh my God, down the dumps, especially after I went to my doctor and I got weighed in on their scale, and I watched videos. It's like I was so inspired and so just rejuvenated. My motivation came back. I just want to thank you, everybody, like you have done so much for me as far as support and inspiration. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You don't know how much that means to me and what a positive effect you have on people. And I just want to say thank you because I'm still growing and learning. My journey is far from over. And recently out of the videos, I've taken this fact out of the videos is that we are all on our individual timeline. There's no clock to beat. We're not in a race. We're not comparing ourselves. You know, everybody has to do their own thing and do what works for them. I'm a completely different person now from when I started this journey, and I've evolved. And, you know, just this whole thing and my reflection and that is part of the evolution of the person that I've become and who I strive to make better in a lot of ways. You know, I like being healthy. I know what it's like to not be healthy. And I want this badly, and I will fight every day to maintain this. And it's really up to you. I really had to do some soul searching, but I just really want to say thank you to everybody. I'm going to continue on my journey, and you know, there are going to be bumps in the road. No one can be perfect all the time, and if you have a bad meal, make it better. You know, go meal to meal. Just forget about it, move on. It happened, it's done, it's over with. Move on, make the next one great. And that's it. I'll be back next week for another update. Thanks for watching me. Have a great weekend. Bye. This is fun.